living a shared fantasy with a narcissist. When you're living a narcissist, you're living not just him, but a co-created fantasy that you've built together. Of course, you don't know that yet. So when you start living the narcissist, he is not very happy about that at all. He is mad that his supply and his roleplay object is running away. So he starts throwing all kinds of arguments at you to remind you of your place. But you've already made your choice, and so you make a first move. But since the piece of this shared fantasy is still hiding deep inside you, all of those memories, hopes, dreams, triggers, fetishes starting to drag you down. And so you go down, unable to leave him and unable to shake the feeling of shame off. So you look at yourself and you finally realize it's much deeper than him. You start to examine your thoughts, beliefs, and dreams, and you finally realize that you are carrying the piece of this shared fantasy deep inside your being. It consumed the essence of who you are, and so it's able to dictate your every move. You sacrificed your true self to this false god, no more, no less. And so you finally accept that. You accept that in order to break free, you need to let go of everything. Let go of all of those roles that you put on yourself and on him, be that a mother, a father, to let go of all the common hopes and dreams, potentials and desires. So slowly but surely, string by string, you start to pull out all of the pieces of this shared fantasy right from your living being. You deprogram yourself from this toxic algorithm that was running your life. And so you return it to where it belongs, to the cursed swamp of the false gods that no longer rule your life. And for the first time in your life, you actually feel free. And so you are ready to go. You do your first step, but the toxic swamp is no longer dragging you down. And so you decide to run for your freedom, run for your life. But here, where your final boss awaits you, the narcissist uses every possible weapon, every possible opportunity at his arsenal to get you down, but nothing can stop you right now. And so finally you reach him. You look right into his eyes and see that actually there is some shade of fear and even remorse. You see that this almighty God is actually frightened. And so you start thinking to yourself, maybe you can do something. Maybe if you just give him your helping hand, you can actually get out of it together and maybe start anew. But then you stop for a second. You look at him. You look at this deep wound right inside your chest, and you finally make your most important choice in life. So you just leave. Leave into the unknown, but more bright future where you are not his muse, his slave, his queen, his fetish, but just a human being. And the narcissist? You just let him be. But without you this time.